Welcome to your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden, Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host, fellow DP boy, host of Botch Bots and Chair Shots, purveyor of Rivet City Radio, a chef by trade, a mark by choice, the Will Gray, and also Sexy Wednesday Luchador.
Yes. I woke up and I was like, today's going to be the day. I'm going to wake up, play some Fortnite, do Creatia with Matt, little DP, and it's going to be a good day.
Well, I don't know if Jaxpo is first in the DPing or if Jaxpo is just first in the chat. So you might have to wait in line, Vince.
I mean, there is a line for the DP boys.
There is a line for the DP boys. What you been playing? What you been watching, Will?
The treacherous trudge and stroll that is Tears of the Kingdom is nearing an end, Mateo.
Nice.
I'm at about 98%. I have a few of they're called, I'm gonna mispronounce it and butcher it, like the Karok seeds. They're like the little hidden Easter eggs you gotta find by putting the rocks in the right puzzles and stuff, and they pop up. There's a few of those, and there's a few shrines that I haven't finished yet, and it's just out of sheer laziness. I've got I would say there's 3 side quests that I haven't finished yet, and it's over 100 hours. And I'm like, I feel like the completionist side of me is like, you know what? Good on you, kids. You did it. Solving Jewish mysteries one day at a time, one Zelda puzzle at a time. So now that Tears of the Kingdom is in my rearview mirror, solidly game of the year. I've been sitting here debating on what my next, video game obsession is going to be. And then it happened. They gave us OG Fortnite. Dropped out of the bus this morning. It's 2018 again. They took away all the big weapons and shit. You're back to just simple machine guns and sniper rifles and stuff. I was ecstatic this morning when I got on. It is so much fun, Jax. You're absolutely right. It's like OG Fortnite, the way it was before everybody got all sweaty and like tryhards.
All right. You and John keep talking to me about Fortnite. Almost makes me want to try it out. But I got back into Diablo 4 because the season of Blood dropped, where you get vampiric powers. I've got a really cool level 42 rogue that I've been working. John's on vacation, so I'm trying to level up because he doesn't have a job. So he just plays all the time when I'm not here and then just blows past me. So I've got to get a little ahead. Wow. That's really mean, Taekwon. For someone that you constantly want to try and have sex with. That's rude. I watched Talk to Me on Halloween.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Finally, I enjoyed it. We really enjoyed Totally Killer, which you had mentioned and talked to us. We enjoyed the shit out of that. And then Talk to Me was really fucking cool. Like when the kid happens, when he does it, and then the face and all, I was just like that through like, whoo, that was whoo.
It gets there, right?
Yeah. It kind of reminded me, there's a movie called Wish Upon, where there's this girl who gets this ancient Chinese music box that grants wishes, but all the wishes take something from you when you make a wish. So like it basically kills a loved one or whatever. But she gets so obsessed with it because she had lost her mother and blah 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 blah, that she keeps doing it even though it's hurting the people around her that she loves, and she refuses. And that kind of reminded me of that, like gave me that feel a little bit. So but yeah, no, I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was good shit. Also, I'm on my journey to Spring Stampede 1998.
You're at that teeter-totter point of WCW where it goes from being really good to really bad.
I am just so sick of waiting for the Wolfpack. Like, can we just do it now?
You're You're like 5 feet away from him in the timeline. You're like
I
right
know.
there.
I know. And they've been cock teasing me with this Macho Man Hogan bullshit for like 2 months now. I'm just ready for there to be a wolf pack. So that's where we're at. Whores don't deserve. I disagree. I deserve respect. And we're going to talk about that right now because, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us live at twitch.tv/Creatia World, where if you have your Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. You can link your Prime Gaming to your Twitch account and get a free sub every month. Now, whether you use that sub over at Rivet City Radio for their subathon, it's a new month, by the way, so you can do it again when it expires. Or if you want to use it for us, we would appreciate it. Support us, show us some love. Either way, make sure you give it to your favorite content creators on Twitch to show them support because you're already paying for Prime, so it costs you absolutely nothing. And speaking of me being a whore, youtube.com/Creatia World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Well, what does that do?
It boosts the algorithm and it helps find new listeners.
And we want new listeners. We want new eyes on the product. We want people to enjoy us the way you do because I am a what, Will?
You're a whore, Mateo.
I am a whore for views. I am a whore for listens. I am a whore for my audience. So please go do those things and also flick that bean, that notification bell up top. Get notified every time we go live, whether it is Monday through Friday for the Creatia Conversation, which you are watching right now, or Saturday, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. for Swallowing Havoc 2, Smacking It Raw, or this Sunday and every other Sunday for Getting Offed, where we'll be talking Hellraiser or any of the other cool projects that we might drop for you on YouTube. And with all of that said, I think it's newsy time. Let's see what we got. Who hurt you today? I'll sub to you, Matt. I appreciate it. And fuck the Wolfpack. Wow.
That's why I said, who hurt you today, Ty? Who hurt you
Somebody
today?
It's I don't know if you know this. I hate Superman.
Those are strong words.
I do not like. I've always had an aversion to who hurt you today. Your father. Didn't you tell me you didn't know where he was? How did he hurt you today? Maybe because you still don't know where he is. I don't know. I've always hated Superman because he's just that perennial, like, always had all the powers, blah, 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 blah. They constantly add new powers to justify his bullshit. I know that there's dark side Superman, but just the general overall babyface, uber babyface Superman, I just cannot stand, right?
Yeah.
However, I really enjoyed the show Superman and Lois, and unfortunately, it's going to end with season 4 on the CW. So this is coming from comicbook.com's Jenna Anderson. Superman and Lois is officially preparing for its last flight on the CW, and it is the last of the DC shows that exists on the CW. On Thursday, the network confirmed that the show will be concluding with its 10-episode 4th season, which was already greenlit earlier this year. While filming on season 4 of Superman and Lois has not yet begun due to the ongoing Hollywood strikes, the CW claims that the final episodes will air on the network in 2024. Superman and Lois will be, for the foreseeable future, the final DC TV show to air on the CW, a trend that began with Smallville all the way back in 2001. Over the last 3 seasons, Superman and Lois redefined both superhero genre and the family genre as Tyler, Elizabeth, and the entire cast effortlessly, wow, I can't fucking talk today, portrayed these classic characters with new layers of depth and complexity that have never been explored in the Superman universe. Said Brad Schwartz, president of entertainment of the CW network. We are grateful for the years of hard work and graceful storytelling from the show's writers, producers, actors, crews, as well as all of our terrific partners at Warner Brothers Television and Berlanti Productions. As Superman embarks on his final flight, the team is leaving us with an absolutely epic 10-episode must-watch every minute farewell to one of the most legendary CW families ever. Like I said, not a huge Superman fan. I've watched like Smallville. You wish I would. And I'm sure there are. Like I've never really delved into the Superman comics. Like the idea of the perennial baby face, like I've just never gotten into. It's the same reason why I'm a Vegeta fan. I hate Goku. Like, not a fan. They're basically Superman and Goku are basically the same fucking character, except Goku's way dumber.
You remember when you were a kid and you would play with your friends like Superman or like you were superheroes or whatever, and every time you would get the upper hand on your friend, he would be like, "Oh wait, I'm gonna use my fucking levitation powers," and he would all of a sudden have new powers to get what out of whatever he was doing. That's who Superman is. He's that stuck up, snooty ass kid who all of a sudden can't lose because he forgot he's got lava feet.
Actually, I did get into Superman comics, but the first Superman comic I got into was the death of Superman because Superman died, and I'm like, who killed Superman? Who is this awesome person? Um, and then I read all like the Steel and the Superboy and all of that stuff, like the spin-off comics, the Return of Superman, shit like that. So I did get into some Superman comics, and those are all really good. I will say that. But no, I really enjoyed the CW show. I mean, I watched Smallville. It was what it was. I really enjoyed everything that Berlanti did with the CW universe. Like that's what Super Flash Year of Tomorrow for Creatia Conversation or for Creation World was. Travis and Mara covered all that. There was a lot of good shit in there. Will, I will kick you in your dick. You
Dick
were
kick
also
city.
made by Jews, Will. That is correct. So I'm kind of sad to see like this being over. Like I really enjoyed what Greg did with the whole universe and everything like that, and it kind of sucks to see it leave. You want to watch some trailers?
I love
Like I've
trailers.
got some Marvel news too and stuff, but let's watch some trailers.
I'm so medium warm. Like most of my fandom for DC comes through Al because she's a DC person. She's always been a bigger Superman fan than an Iron Man fan or Superman over Batman. She's never seen any of the Avengers, but she's seen Justice League, like all of that shit.
Batman's the best thing DC has done, and I will fight you. I fucks with Batman. I Other than that, not much DC. I'm much more of a Marvel person.
Unpopular opinion. I think that Tony Stark would whoop Bruce Wayne's ass in a heartbeat.
In like a one-on-one fight,
Yes.
no suit, no powers.
No suit, no powers, and then you give them their suits, and I still think the Iron Man suit is going to thump Batman.
Okay, okay.
Good. I ain't afraid to fight a fat naked ginger.
Yeah, what do you think that's a turn off? That
I'm coming at you hard or on you, either way.
Yeah, definitely hard. Definitely going to be hard.
And somebody's coming.
All right. Let's do what's this? Let's do this.
A normal family.
En sån här sak, det är verkligen allvarligt. Är det sant?
Ursäkta, vad är det som har hänt?
Ett mord, tror jag.
Din dotter har anhållits för ett grovt brott. Vi är här för att göra en husrannsakan.
Vem är offret?
Fröken Sandell.
Jag tyckte om honom.
I'm not putting that up, Taekwon. Will read it. He knows what you said.
Inget är så svårt som att vara förälder.
Du har ett mörker i dig. Om du försöker dölja, men jag ser att du har det.
Är du okej, älskling?
Kom.
Du måste
no
vara
idea
helt
what's going
för att kunna
on.
skydda sitt eget barn.
That's a whole lot of words.
Du gör allt för mig.
Du tror väl på mig?
Men det är klart jag tror på det.
He's getting sadder and sadder every time we see him.
Jag förstår inte.
I think she got kidnapped, maybe.
it seemed very, I don't even know.
Salty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely something weird going on there. Let's talk Marvel so we can piss off Taekwon some more. Comicbook.com's Kofi Outlaw. Love that name. Marvel teases a Black Panther versus Moon Knight war in new Ultimate Universe. The new Marvel Ultimate Universe comic teases a major war brewing between the alternate versions of Black Panther and Moon Knight. Marvel is teasing Black Panther and Moon Knight going to war in the new Ultimate Universe. Writer Jonathan Hickman has reshaped the Ultimate Universe into one Reed Richards nefarious variant. The maker has cultivated according to his designs of fate. In this rewritten version of the Ultimate Universe 6160, there's already been a set of catastrophic events that have claimed the lives of major Marvel characters, and an even bigger war that seems to be on the horizon, with teases of Black Panther and Moon Knight being at the center. In the new Marvel Ultimate Universe 1, Hickman provides an epilogue section that measures world events after the Maker's Council of Illuminati-style heroes and villains pulls a false flag move of annihilating part of NYC with Stark's Stain satellites. Blaming Tony Stark for the act, the civil unrest that starts around the world extends to Africa, which is now known as the Upper and Lower Kingdoms, and ruled by the followers of the sun god Ra and the moon god Khonshu, respectively. The avatars of both gods now combine to become this universe's version of Moon Knight, who enforces their rule of the region. As a new caster describes, an outbreak of the regional fighting and perhaps open insurgents in the upper and lower kingdoms, we get a brief camera shot of Black Panther's silhouette against a green-lit sky with a moon insignia partially visible in the distance. The new Hickman Ultimate Universe already has Ultimate Black Panther comic series coming out in February 2024 from the creative team of Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli. Ultimate Universe number 1 has set the stage for this new Ultimate Universe line to unfold across various books, and the teaser for Ultimate Black Panther seems pretty clear. Wakanda will not bend Ra and Khonshu pretty clear. Wakanda will not bend to Ra and Khonshu and their Moon Knight. I would love to see Moon Knight versus Black Panther. That would be fucking dope as shit.
I think that would be a great showdown. I've seen some rumbling on some Reddit boards and stuff about them saying going into the multiverse, they might be staring down the barrel at some point of needing to recast T'Challa. How would you feel about that? If it's not the in-game Infinity Wars timeline where he died off, where they had to take his character off screen because of his, what happened in real life. If it was, theoretically a different timeline with a different T'Challa, the same way it's a different, Miles Morales or a different Peter Parker. How would you feel about that?
I mean, I'd be fine with it because it would make sense then. We're bringing it. It's not. They're replacing the character of Black Panther, but they're not replacing
him from that storyline, that timeline. Yeah.
Yeah. So by bringing it, I've always said that I wanted to see M'Baku as the Black Panther. That's just me personally. That's what I want. I'd like a huge buff, badass Black Panther.
Versus the Hulk smash, the big incredible Hulk smash armor and stuff. That would be so cool to see.
So if we can do that with all of the timelines and everything going on in Loki and all this shit, then yeah, I'd personally be absolutely okay with that. As long as it's explained that way and it's not, we're not replacing this universe's T'Challa. Like he said, I would have recast the Chadwick. Call me heartless. And yeah, they do have that What If show, which again, like you have Peggy Carter as Captain America, you have T'Challa as Star-Lord instead of the Black Panther, so on and so forth. So like, yeah, no, I'd be down. I'd be cool. I'd be fine with it. What else we got here? All right, comicbook.com's Aaron Perrine. Marvel's Scarlett Johansson takes legal action against AI app using her likeness. Marvel star Scarlett Johansson is suing over her AI likeness being used without her consent. Fair. A rogue company has been using her name and likeness in 22-second ad posted to Twitter. Lisa AI, that 90s yearbook and avatar app that everyone has been using without thinking twice, is on the other side of this legal inquiry. A Variety reports that Johansson's representatives reached out and got the advertisement pulled. Her attorney, Kevin Yorn, is said to have handled this one with haste. Users on Twitter first spotted the Lisa AI ad October 28th, and things have seemed to cool down and in a hurry. We do not take these things lightly. Per our usual course of action in these circumstances, we deal with it in all legal remedies that we will have. Yorn told Variety. The clip in question sees her likeness in different AI-generated photos. You've seen this, right? Because it's on TikTok too, where it's you in like a 90s yearbook.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen people use that graphic and that the filter or whatever it's called. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
A disembodied fake voice imitates her speech and beckons users to make their own AI videos and images from some dubious model. Lisa AI thought that they were covering their bases with some fine print under the advertisement that read, images produced by Lisa AI. It has nothing to do with this person. Well, from the sounds of the legal proceedings, it sure does seem like it has something to do with the Black Widow actress now. I mean, yeah, I get it. You didn't want to pay Scarlett Johansson, but you're gonna have to pay Scarlett Jo. Like, you can't just take people's pictures, use them to market your shit, and not have to pay for it. It is what it is. Al said, read terms and conditions, people. So have fundamental things like your likeness when you do a, let's say, genre movie, maybe in a superhero universe. There's intense scans of you done all over. Greg told the Wrap earlier this year. And it's at some point they're probably going to be able to replicate you. That needs to be with your permission, your consent, your involvement. I agree. If it's not out there for fair use, if they're taking things without consent and using them, then I'm with her on this. I was thinking that this was going to be like, have you seen like they have the AI where like you can take a picture and like AI remove their clothes and make them naked? Yeah, that's what I was thinking this was going to be, because that's where my mind goes constantly.
Well, you've done the one too where you can take like a picture and you can tell the AI to extend what's beyond the frame of the picture, and it'll show you like what's in the rest of the room and like what's happening with the rest of it and stuff like that.
So what you're saying is, if I take a picture and I only have part of my penis in it, and I ask the AI to extend it, it'll just make my penis longer. Is that?
It'll show you what's like on the okay, you want the picture extended by 6 inches in every direction. Then it'll do an AI like fill in of what it would think the background would look like 6 more inches around you in every direction in your room right now.
I mean, I'd take 6 more inches.
I definitely take 6 more inches.
Never have enough inches. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm with her on this. I get it. I understand it. And it is what it is. Speaking of her, this is from Polygon's Susanna Polo. Marvel Studios may bring back Iron Man, Black Widow for new Avengers flick. There's a lot to raise an eyebrow about in Variety's new report on the internal turmoil of Marvel Studios in 2023. There are worries about Kang, battles over special effects work, and reports from anonymous source that studio execs have considered making a new Avengers movie, but with all of the old Avengers. Variety paints a picture of Marvel Studios struggling to maintain the quality of the work and the energy of the audience after a blitz of Disney Plus programming and lackluster box office hauls, not to mention critical response. Solutions on the table reportedly included reducing output, slashing budgets and expectations, and at least for a moment or two, resurrecting Iron Man and Black Widow. There have been talks to bring back the original gang for an Avengers movie, according to Variety sources. This would include reviving Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, both of whom were killed off in Endgame. But the studio hasn't yet confirmed the idea. Now, are we reviving them for a current movie? Because obviously it hasn't been sussed out yet. Or are we making an Avengers movie that takes place when they were still alive? Because all of that depends on how I feel about that,
The 5 years or whatever it was between the events of Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, you're missing a lot of the. I mean, Captain America.
You've got
No.
Captain. You're missing half of everybody. Tony
Yeah.
Stark and what was her name? Gamora. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trapped in the spaceship floating around out by Titan. Yeah.
So not Gamora, Nebula.
Nebula. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how they do. There's good logistical reason for that. Downey Jr. and Johansson are some of the highest paid actors in Hollywood today, and they're just 2 of 6 actors whose stars have risen considerably since they were originally brought under a Marvel contract, and they could be plenty skeptical of such a move. There are also good story reasons for that. Death and resurrection might go hand in hand in the land of comic book superheroes, but anyone who actually reads the books will let you know that it might be the genre's biggest double-edged sword. For the death of Superman or Dark Phoenix saga, considered among the medium's great classics, there are a dozen forgotten at best and reviled at worst stories that failed the fan sniff test. Even live action cinematic universes are bound by the same challenges as their print counterparts, maybe more when contracts are finite and actors age in real time. With the first Iron Man coming out in 2008, Marvel Cinematic Universe has now reached a tricky teenage age of 15. That's exactly how long the MCU's biggest inspiration, Marvel Comics' freshly rebooted Ultimate Marvel setting, lasted before buckling under its own alternate continuity and getting the axe. Over at DC Comics, which is much more accustomed to reboots than Marvel, a single connected continuity has still rarely lasted more than a quarter of a century. So here's my thing. My issue with Marvel is that they didn't do with this new cast of characters what they did with the original cast. You wanted to introduce us to new Avengers. They should have done that. They should have given us Avengers, like movies like Shang-Chi and so on and so forth, given us the tie-ins, and then given us an Avengers movie with the new cast. That's where we should have gone. And everything since Endgame has just kind of felt like all over the place and happening. And there's no connection and continuity. There's nothing going on. Like, nobody is interacting. It doesn't make any fucking sense, except for Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, or like you got Wong reaching out and talking to Shang-Chi, but like we don't see Shang-Chi in any of the other movies. Like, that's where they're fucking up. Like we haven't had an Avengers movie since fucking Endgame. We haven't seen the Avengers assemble or even talk of them coming together for anything since Endgame. Like, that's why people are losing interest. And I don't know what they're trying to set up with what they're doing.
You can't tell us that version of the Avengers are gone. You're going to a new phase in Marvel. Spider-Man's your focus. You've got all this stuff, the new Guardians of the Galaxy, all of this. And when everything just kind of falls flat, go, oh, fuck, we're just kidding. We're going to bring back everybody you liked, because that's what it looks like they're doing.
They are, but now they're also talking about getting away from Kang and replacing with Doctor Doom. So, like, which also I think Jonathan Majors is good. Like, everything got settled and it's not an issue now. So I don't know why we're doing that, because Jonathan Majors is fucking fantastic in that role as Kang. But whatever.
Do you think that the tortoise is catching up to the hare in DC movies versus Marvel movies?
I think that they fucked up. I think that they had the rights to, and they should have started fresh with the X-Men. And every fucking movie and every TV show that comes out, everyone's like, oh, it's hints to the X-Men. Oh, it's hints to the X-Men. Like Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Now that we've not gotten rid of Thor, but like we're pretty much done with Thor, Hulk, Captain America, like that whole group. It's time to get into another bigger property. I enjoyed Shang-Chi. I enjoyed, a lot of what they're doing, but now it would be time to, okay, let's bring in the X-Men, or at least a few X-Men characters to lead to an X-Men movie later. Let's get the Fantastic Four together. Let's do these things to get people back, because you're going to need that Reed Richards to replace Tony Stark, stuff like that. And we're not seeing that. We're not getting that. So I don't know. I also agree. Deadpool, just keep making Deadpool movies. I can't wait for Deadpool 3. I'm so excited. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com, right? Patreon.com/Creatia World. I talked about it earlier. We're going to be rolling into Spring Stampede this month, 1998. So come join us on that journey, because for $1 you get Return to Wrestling, which is Travis and I talking old school WCW from the very first Nitro all the way up to Spring Stampede 1998 this month. And we'll be working our way through until we decide it's no longer worth talking about, and then figuring out what we're going to start watching after that. You guys also get Multiverse with Travis and Mark, talking about DC and multiverses and all of that, where they watch DC animated films, which are the best DC films, and they analyze and break those down. Their latest one was Batman's Long Halloween Part 2. So that is available now as well. And I have to look and see, but I think maybe this weekend or maybe sometime next week, me and my wife will sit down and we will record a very first episode of a new project for you. We got the music, we got the logo. I think we're ready to get some work done. So you guys can be looking forward to that. And once it's recorded and I know when it's coming out, I'll give you more details on that. But if you click that link, we have other tiers. All of the stuff available in that $1 tier is available at higher tiers, including this show ad-free. So if you don't like ads, you're sick of watching ads, you don't have to. You can go watch all of our shows ad-free by just supporting us a little bit. However, Travis is here, as usual, to tell you all about the cool shit we can get you, like dildos and energy drinks and stuff for your furry friend. And who doesn't love dildos and energy drinks and stuff for your furry friend?
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creatiaworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creatiaworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creatiaworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creatiaworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. so you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix W with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to w.creationworld.com and order your W today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at w.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try W today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
I was like furiously deleting notes as the ads were rolling, trying to get back in time so that way it didn't end and it was just like frozen there, and I made it just in time. You're a fan of old school wrestling.
I love old school wrestling.
So you are very aware of how W put Will in remission. Possibly. So you're very aware of how bad it sucks when you have a favorite wrestler that has to face retirement. That, you know, you've been watching your whole life that you may not ever see wrestle again. As a fan of The Undertaker, I know that all too well. I was an advocate. I'm like, I will watch him wheel his ass down in a wheelchair at every WrestleMania. He'll be moving as fast, if not faster, than he does when he walks down anyway for that entrance. I'm good with it. Well, according to comicbook.com's Liam Crowley, John Cena teases WWE retirement plans. John Cena's WWE days are numbered. The 16-time world champion returned to the company earlier this fall in what was originally scheduled to be a one-off appearance on WWE SmackDown and a non-televised match at India's WWE Superstar Spectacle. When it became clear that the actor's strike would stretch deep into the end of 2023 and Cena's productions and promotional tours would be on pause, Cena extended his WWE stay indefinitely. That said, Cena has made it clear that once the strike comes to an end, which could be any day now, he will return to Hollywood. While this particular run won't end with Cena retiring altogether, Big Match John is well aware that that final match is coming sooner than later. You Can't See Me Man is leaving his final chapter in WWE's hands. Speaking on WWE After the Bell, John Cena admitted that he doesn't have a storybook ending for his wrestling career written in his head. And his quote was, "There's a lot of different perspectives. Anyone else sitting here would probably craft a scenario where, oh, in my mind, the perfect thing to do is this at this event with this individual. I just want to do what's best for WWE. That has been my order of operations since I walked into the building, and it hasn't changed. It's my way of thinking, but it's done me pretty well." Cena operating as a best for business mindset means that last match, whatever it may be, is something he wants the WWE machine to come up with. When I'm courageous enough to express to those making choices, hey, this is it. I do what they tell me to do because I believe in full faith that they are doing what is best for business, Cena continued. Whenever it comes to an end, and it will, whatever is deemed the best thing for WWE is exactly what will be the perfect moment. Cena is currently in a feud with the Bloodline, and his attendance has turned specifically to Solo Sikoa. Cena and Sikoa will go one-on-one at WWE Crown Jewel this Saturday, a match that has fans reminiscing about Cena's WWE Championship feud with Umaga back in the mid-2000s. Following WWE Crown Jewel, there's no word regarding whether Cena will wrestle again this year. Is it time for Cena to go?
Yes, and I'm worried for the Cena fans. Your Katie Kinseys of the world who say he's the GOAT. I don't disagree that he's one of the greatest, but I think in something like wrestling that is 100% opinion based on what is good or not.
As with everything.
Yeah, I don't think there's really any way to say there's the definitive greatest to ever do it.
I agree.
And I don't want somebody like Cena. Undertaker did a good job with it. Your Flairs and your Hogans and your Stings have all teetered on that. Did they go too long? And I don't want Cena to be one of those people. He could leave at 16 with everything he's done and the Make-A-Wishes and then go to Hollywood and, retire a go-gillionaire, and it wouldn't matter. He's going to hurt his reputation as a wrestler the longer he does it.
Okay, so let me ask you these two things. One, should Cena beat Flair's record and hold one more championship before he retires?
If they can make it make sense, don't do it just because.
Okay. 2, we all are aware, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow night, that Ric Flair has signed a multi-year deal to die in the ring at AEW.
Yeah.
There are also rumors that Tony Khan is looking to also bring in Hulk Hogan, seeing as we mentioned his name and people not knowing when to hang up their fucking boots and go away. How does that make you feel?
You and I, we both have this affinity for WCW. We both have side projects. You have Return to Wrestling. I have World Championship Wreckage. We both love what WCW did in the 90s. We both praise most of the same stuff. We both say at some point it took a left turn and started to be really shitty. If they're a living incarnation of what WCW was doing in the 90s, Tony Khan has a playbook on what not to do. The fact that they were openly discussing having Cornette come in and see the show and have it done live, like Jeff Jarrett put that out there, like wanted him to come to a show when they were in Louisville. I feel like they're an email away from Vince Russo and recreating that TNA WCW meltdown.
Well, I was just going to say, very much they have the playbook for what didn't work for both WCW and TNA, and it seems like they're falling back into those same traps. And I know Dad Hat, who works with you over at World Championship Wreckage, takes umbrage with the idea that AEW and WCW have similarities, and I politely explained to him my thoughts on the similarities and, you know, the working relationships and all that, and why I think it's more WCW than it is TNA or ECW and its incarnation and all that. But yeah, no, I agree. Hogan, Flair, all these guys that were brought in both companies. Well, I guess not Flair. Flair was there. But the mistakes made with TNA, doing that all over again. Now talking about bringing in Hogan. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, let's check out a trailer. Family Switch. Let's see what that is.
That sounds like some weird shit on your hub search.
It is some weird shit on my hub
We're all
search.
kind of disconnected.
Did you ask me something? What?
It's fine.
Okay, good night.
Pat Machine, look at that.
Titi, do you think it's good for you to live like this? You're really not supposed to use your hands.
Wyatt, family meeting downstairs. Let's go.
Can you help me with this problem? I'm kidding. You can't help me.
No, I can't.
Happy memory as a family. I wish you could be me. I would love for you to be me for one day.
I would love for you to know what it's like to be me.
I would kill to eat a dozen donuts and just have it burn right off.
Would you take a picture of my
Yeah.
family, please?
Everybody say Merry Christmas.
Oh, they're going to switch places, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. There's no new ideas. We're just doubling down.
What are you doing in my bed?
Didn't Jennifer Garner
Why
already
am I
do one of
in
these
your
movies?
bed,
Wasn't she
Mom?
like 13 going on 30?
Yeah, she was.
That's me. Titi.
Mom? Wyatt?
13 going on
Freaky
30.
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a situation that has never happened before. I'm 17 again.
I'm 13 going on 30.
So freaky.
At least they called it
What's wrong
out.
with Miles?
Pickles is Miles.
What's my age again?
We just need to get through today and figure out how this happened.
Your dad happens to be the toast, and high school's kind of my jam.
You stole my first kiss?
No, I pulled away.
You rejected Ariana?
I can't believe I thought we could pull this off. Be a boss. Be a boss. Be a boss.
What's my age again?
That was awesome.
Sounds like you need to fix what is broken. We've got this.
Our
Walkers,
family. You
walkers
get it?
never
'Cause
quit.
there's symbolism
Chris! Ow! I think I tore a quaddy.
More than
Ed
anything, I
Helms.
just want you to be okay.
there.
We have 24 hours. If we don't figure this out, we're gonna be stuck like this forever.
This is the most exciting thing I've done in years.
Whatever happens, we'll get through it together.
This is just a dream, and we have to wake up. Slap me. Whoa!
I think the dog and the baby are spending too much time together.
What's my age again?
You know, we were kind of skeptical at the beginning, but I'm probably going to watch that.
Me too.
It made me giggle.
And again, somebody in their PR department did not research family swap. Like, I'm pretty sure that is a whole ass channel on the hub.
And you know what? But it's different. You know what I need from Family Swap? I need a mother and daughter story, kind of like this, where they swap bodies. And the only way to get back is they have to do all of the things that each other have done sexually in 24 hours or 48 hours or however long. That's what I need. So stepmom, stepdaughter, because
yeah, you know, because it's got to be.
Yeah. That's what I need. Give me that movie. I'll watch that.
That sounds like a great watch along.
Right? All right. Let's see. It's 49 after. Let's just bang out some trailers and enjoy the end of our day.
This is the beginning of my day.
Well, the end of our stream.
Oh, I was like, you lucky son of a bitch. How did you swing a whole Friday off?
I wish.
Do not be fooled by our politeness.
See, I thought the dog and the baby was fucking great, Allison.
I think it was a cool touch. I want to find out what the baby's like in the dog's body.
Right.
And sea and earth. Just remember. We live and we die. We control nothing beyond that.
Always got to be a white guy.
I was about to say a random gringo out of nowhere, dude.
Every man has three hearts.
One in his head, one in his chest, one in his dick.
Yep.
Another in his chest. Just for his friends.
One in his pants.
And a secret heart. Buried deep.
In his pants.
Where no one can find it.
That's not true. Trust me, you can find it.
I know exactly where to look.
What kind of man wields power in a land like this? The one who they open or the one you never see?
Where she has her daughter grown up.
Likely.
She's like trained her daughter to be this really badass assassin. That'd be cool.
And then one of the other daughters comes back for revenge.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm down.
Uma Thurman's on her deathbed because somebody poisoned her and it was a triple kill. And she's got to find out which one of the daughters killed her daughter.
Life and death
or
are the
killed her
same.
mom. Yeah.
Both can have value and purpose.
When did Kill Bill 2 come out?
This is not where we die.
I was in college.
We
It would have been
should be corpses,
0506.
Yeah, something like that.
My life is mine and yours is yours.
I like how that's what
If you
this
can't see
reminded her of that.
You'll never be free of this prison.
It is you who is imprisoned. Freedom is all you ever live for.
己の務めを果たす覚悟はできておるか。
覚悟はできておりまする。
Fuck yeah, I'll watch that. Who doesn't love a good Japanese epic with samurai swords and women kicking ass?
Have we ever talked about like old kung fu movies, like Jackie Chan stuff?
No, I don't think so.
No, I love old martial arts movies. Love them. Anything like that, I'm gonna want to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Like I said, Travis and I playing Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, bonded over that stuff. Loved the entire, old school Japanese samurai culture and the War of the Three Kingdoms and all that. So down, I'm curious as to why that white guy was there. Why is there always just one white guy in every Japanese flick?
He's the token white dude.
Yeah, true. So, what else do we have here? Share screen. What? Here's something coming to Netflix. Little animation.
Onimusha.
Demonic weapons. All right.
Is his tongue the demonic weapon?
My tongue's been honest up and ask my wife.
I'm not saying mine's been called that before, but mine's maybe been called that before.
My tongue will make you speak in tongues.
Hi-yo. Big truth spoken today, ladies and gentlemen.
Onimusha. All right. Again, sticking with that samurai theme.
Yeah.
We've also got Tekken 8 DLC character officially revealed.
Ooh.
It's a brand new exclusive event.
Man,
with all your
fuck
favorite
you,
South Park
ads.
characters.
No free
Go
shout
subscribe to our
outs, South
Patreon.
Park.
You're still going to have to watch this ad, but you won't have to watch ads.
South Park joining the Pandaverse. All new. Now streaming exclusively on
Travis is going to be mad at us.
Nothing we can do about it. That looks beautiful.
Les couchers de soleil sur la Seine me rappellent ce que je dois protéger. Je vais m'en charger.
Vincent Castle. Why does that sound
Ready for the
familiar?
next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Victor Chevalier.
Il y a de l'amélioration, Raven.
Watching this video is like being like, Mom, I want Mortal Kombat. No, we've got Mortal Kombat at home.
See, what I was thinking was, Tekken has always, in my opinion, kind of rode that fine line between the two major franchises in Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Like, it's got that Street Fighter fighting feel to it, but it's got better graphics, more on the Mortal Kombat edge. So it's kind of that in-between of a Mortal Kombat and a Street Fighter, where I'm more of a Mortal Kombat than I am a Street Fighter guy. There's a lot of Street Fighter fans out there, and this kind of rides that middle line if you like both.
We talked about it the other day on Nerdy News. No, it was yesterday. Me and Mara talked about it on Creatia. I'm not super big on fighting games, and the ones I do play were the ones I hyper focused on. Like, I played a ton of Smash Brothers, I played a ton of Mortal Kombat, and that was kind of it. I played a little bit of Street Fighter, but like that was just kind of it. I never really got too much into fighting games. So unless it was one that I was already into, it was like maybe a one-off play at a friend's house, but no.
All right. Let's do one more article, and then we'll get out of here. We'll do House of the Dragon. This is coming from Deadline.com's Peter White. House of the Dragon to premiere season 2 in summer 2024. House of the Dragon is officially returning to HBO next summer, and the second season of the Game of Thrones spinoff will air early summer 2024, as long-eyed by the Warner Brothers Discovery-owned network. The news was confirmed by Casey Bloys at an HBO event in New York this morning, where members of the press saw the first trailer for the second season. Can't wait for that to drop. The show, which has finished filming and is currently post-production, was largely able to continue filming during the summer, as it has a largely British cast under equity contracts rather than SAG-AFTRA ones. Elsewhere, Bloys said that the hope is for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, its latest Game of Thrones prequel, to start shooting in the spring. The series was handed a green light in April, and based upon George R. R. Martin's Dunk and Egg fantasy novellas, the Game of Thrones prequel series is written and executive produced by Martin and Ira Parker. House of the Dragon co-creator, executive producer, showrunner Ryan Condal and Vince Girardis will also executive produce. House of the Dragon is set 172 years before the events of Game of Thrones and tells the story of the House Targaryen. Season 2 will consist of 8 episodes rather than 10, 2 fewer than season 1. This is part of a long-term plan for the show, which will include HBO mulling a greenlit for a 3rd season. Deadline understands. So, I feel like I've been waiting for fucking ever. House of the Dragon is coming, and I am excited because I need another podcast to do. I don't do enough, right?
As if you don't have enough going on.
Yeah.
You need another one.
Correct. Also, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out with getting offed when that happens. So
I like Game of Thrones. I loved House of Dragons. What I want to make sure they do is this is a don't rush it. It's had plenty of time to breathe. So don't now that everybody's kind of starting to talk about wanting it and fiending, don't just rush content out. They've always been so good. Don't change now.
I was iffy on House of Dragon just because, you know me, lack of nudity.
Yeah.
One of the things that hooked me on Game of Thrones was all the nudity, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back a little bit at the end. But B, the time skips and the time jumps. I wasn't a fan of jumping through time the way that they did. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with season 2, and how they're going to handle that, and if it's still going to be a shit ton of time skips. And one episode we have fucking a 3-year-old, the next episode we have a 13-year-old, and it's 10 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. But I'm down. And Will, thank you for joining me as always. DP Boys Fun is always fun. You gonna come and join us? Are you a Hellraiser fan? Have you watched the Hellraiser movies? You gonna come join us on Sunday?
I have seen Hellraiser. I am not versed enough to try to have a getting off discussion on the series, though. I would embarrass myself, to be completely honest. And
well,
go ahead.
80 has come on and just sat there and listened to us talk and, popped in when she hasn't caught up on everything. It might be fun just to come hang out if you want, but that's completely up to you.
No, I have no problems coming to hang out. I don't know what viable, conversation I'll be. I could be cute and make everybody laugh a time or two. We know I'm good for that at least.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you're more than welcome. But in the meantime, let everyone know where they can find you and what you got going on.
As always, Matt, I love the DP Bros time. If you're interested in my shenanigans elsewhere, check my link tree at The Will Gray. You'll find everything I do for Rivet City Radio, Botch Bots, and Chair Shots, Off the Top Media, and Creatia World.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, you can find everything Creatia World, Instagram, TikTok, and X at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World, Facebook.com/Creatia World, which is another place you guys can watch us live. We have 2 groups. Speaking of House of the Dragon, we have Facebook.com/group/Them Dragons, where you can talk Game of Thrones, you can talk House of Dragons, you can talk dragons in general. You can also come over to Facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw, where I not only try to, and I'm very bad at keeping up with posting the latest episode of Smacking It Raw there for you to catch. If you're, not following us on YouTube, which you should be, go flick your bean, get notified. But we have discussions for pay-per-views and all sorts of things, so you can come get in on that as well. Favorite place for you to watch us is Pornhub.com/model/Creatia World. We are the #1 everything on Pornhub when it comes to podcasting. We also have exclusive watch-alongs over there for Evil Head, for Texas Dildo Masquerade, which are porn parodies of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Evil Dead. So go check those out and all of our content there. Follow us there as well. It's my favorite place for you guys to check us out. You guys can follow everything me on X at either Matt Ritter at MATTRIDDER for your wrestling content, or at Getting Offed for your horror content. You can also follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, and TikTok at Smacking It Raw, where you get a little bit of everything from me. You get a little bit of personal Matt, you get a little bit of horror Matt, you get a little bit of wrestling Matt, all of that in one spot on those other socials. If you want specifics, at Matt Ritter on X for your wrestling, at Getting Offed for your horror. For the Will Gray, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter. Birds aren't real. God, I fucked that up. This has been your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.